I have something here that this is her most recent release. It's labeled a lyric video. And so and I think this is different from the first couple of lyric videos that we watched, that there was something moving, there was a video, but I think this is an actual lyric video. But the song itself is her most recent release. It's called Avoidance. So I'm hoping the lyrics are on here and might give us something to dig into. If we're judging trajectory of the artist as a whole from 0 to now, this makes sense to kind of close with this. So let's see what we got. Avoidance. And we do have lyrics down here if we need to get deeper.
You sent me a message, just leave me alone. Now I'm shaking head to toe. I'd rather the silence. I don't wanna know. I know it's delusional, but I don't have the strength to let you go. It's not that I don't love you. In fact, it's the opposite. I get anxious when you call. I'm so scared to message you in case you're with some lucky bitch. So I leave it all. You want closure, I avoid it, and it must be so annoying. I know. I just can't imagine that you're gone.
Wow.
I'd rather avoidance than live in the know.
You notice this red back here inside the house is like, that's like the Chinchilla color. She uses the black and red color scheme, I suppose, whatever you call it. But that red is like her trademark, is kind of how I feel. It's also kind of on the bag she's holding and on her tie, but that does feel like her color.
I'm not trying to long it out. I hold on to items and hold on to hope, 'cause I can't bear to live without. As long as I don't contact you, then I don't pull you down. It's not that I don't love you. In fact, it's the opposite. I get so anxious when you call. I'm so scared to message you in case you're with some lucky bitch. So I leave it all. You want closure, I avoid it, and it must be so annoying. I know. I just can't imagine that you're gone. And I'm not trying to make it harder. I just never dealt with so much love, and I don't know what to do with it all. 'Cause no one else will ever be enough to let you go. And it must be so annoying. I know. I just can't imagine that you're gone. And now you're with some lucky bitch. So I leave it all. You want closure, I avoid it, and it must be so annoying. I know. It must be so annoying. I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I just can't imagine that you're gone.
Wow. Isn't she extraordinary?
You want closure, I avoid it, and it must be so
This one hurts a bit. Yeah, I agree. Stank faces for everybody. Whew. This was the perfect way to end. Her socials say she wrote this in 45 minutes after receiving a message that sent her into an anxiety attack. Wow. See, using art and music to process through things that we experience. Wow. Jeez. Wrote it in 45 minutes after receiving a message. Wow. That shit just wrote itself. And she hasn't really touched the demo since. This is a demo? Jeez. Gosh, she's incredible. Now, I did see, if you notice, like right here, you probably can't see it. But as I play it, you'll see this tie is held up by a safety pin. And then we've got some line that pulls off to this side. Sometimes when the light flashes, you'll see it. You can see a couple lines right here that are holding up the objects that are coming out of the suitcase.
And it must be so annoying, I know. It must be so annoying.
Right there, see it? Right there. There's the line, and there's the safety pin. But that's pretty crazy that she can hold this still for 3 minutes and 35 seconds, right? Without moving a muscle.
You sent me a message.
You're going to see the point. I'll show you the point where it reverses.
Just leave me alone.
If you watch this hand right here, when we move up, we're going to move up. You're going to see this hand, these fingers kind of wiggle a little bit, just the ever so slightest wiggle of the fingers, and then the shot reverses. So we're just seeing the one shot over and over again. Watch this hand.
Now I'm shaking head to toe.
Right there. See it?
Head to toe.
That's it.
I'd rather the silence. I don't want to know.
And as long as the light flashing doesn't, it's either in a perfect rhythm every time or just the one time, like to the beat or something. Very difficult depending on how they're cutting this. But as long as it's not in like a perfect rhythm or anything, you're not really sure if the flashing is exactly the same. So it's just a way to hide things.
I know it's delusional.
Oh, so pretty.
But I don't have the strength to let you go. It's not that I don't love you. In fact,
that's great. What a great shot. Wow. So I wonder. I wonder what this shot specifically. So if we're talking about this being kind of sparked by a message that sent her into an anxiety attack, she's got her luggage with everything falling out of it. The house is in the sky, kind of like Wizard of Oz. You know, the perfect storm, the spiraling, the tornado, the hurricane kind of thing. And she's, I don't know, she's trying to move on, but she can't. Hence the luggage with everything falling out of it. The storm is happening. She's spiraling. And I wonder if the red thematically is like, because we said, or Rondo posted initially that a lot of her music is based on being defiant, which we can see. I wonder if the red is symbolic of that is the defiance, that is the rage sometimes that she uses to present this art. Stuck in place is also a good point. Yeah. Yeah, wanting to run away from the problem. That's good. Yep. So the tie being kind of strewn about this way does indicate that it's like the wind is blowing her. There's a storm brewing. We see the sky in the background. We see the house in the air. Huh.
I'd rather the silence. I don't wanna know. I know it's delusional.
Wow.
But I don't have the strength to let you go. It's not that I don't love you. In fact, it's the opposite. I get anxious when you call. I'm so scared to message you in case you're with some lucky bitch. So I leave it all.
So I leave it all. Yeah, that checks out.
You want closure, I avoid it, and it must be so annoying. I know. I just can't imagine that you're gone.
Wow. Wow. Perfect ending. Perfect ending. So talented. Ooh, man, that's quite a roller coaster ride with her. You need that second verse lyrics again? Let's just finish it up.
I'd rather avoidance than live in the know. I'm not trying to long it out. I hold on to items and hold on to hope, 'cause I can't bear to live without. As long as I don't contact you, then I don't pull you down. It's not that I don't love you. In fact, it's the opposite. I get so anxious when you call. I'm so scared to message you in case you're with some lucky bitch. So I leave it all. You want closure, I avoid it, and it must be so annoying. I know. I just can't imagine that you're gone. And I'm not trying to make it harder. I just never dealt with so much love, and I don't know what to do with it all. 'Cause no one else will ever be enough to let you go. And it must be so annoying. I know. I just can't imagine that you're gone. And now you're with some lucky bitch. So I leave it all. You want closure, I avoid it, and it must be so annoying. I know. It must be so annoying. I know. I just can't imagine that you're gone.
Some new layers I just picked up. There's a loop we talked about. The camera moves in, it loops back and resets. That loop is repeated. This is cyclical. It doesn't end. There's one. Two, there's a closeness that we get to, and then we get pushed away. Close again, pushed away. And like you said, she's stuck in place. She says, I know you want closure, but I avoid it, and I know that must be annoying. I know. It's great. It's great. There's so many layers to this, even just being that simple. You know, a 13, 15-second loop says so much. even from the flashes, to where there's moments of distance and darkness. There's moments of closeness.
I know.
And then glimpses of the person.
I know.
Flashes.
Oh.
It's kind of poetic and it's really beautiful. I'll tell you what, I didn't listen to this and say, oh, that's a demo. No, I read that as that's intentional. Leave it. I mean, granted, this is like a lyric video. This is from her. It's only got 43,000 views. It's only been 8 days, 9 days, 43, which is pretty good in 9 days. But, oh, man, Chinchilla. Ooh, I love doing this. I love finding people like this with that much talent. Oh, she's phenomenal. The single is available on Spotify. So even if it's not a demo, if this is the recording, like I took it as this is raw, and not raw like there wasn't post-production, but it was meant to feel exactly as it was. Perfect. Perfect. And the depth of this video, delicious. I think that's fantastic. Man, that's really, really clever.